again. Good afternoon, good evening, it's getting there. I just wanted to click on here and make a little vlog of our first day of school and kind of let you know how we're planning on doing our schedule for this year. I do have a little helper today. She had her first day of school today too. If this is the first time you're on my channel, I have 6 kids. We homeschool. We home church. Every year we do homeschool a little bit different, and it's just because of whatever season we're in or whatever whatever's going on in our life at that time. So I'm hoping the wind is not too loud and that you can hear me well. So this year, give you some background on my family a little bit. My husband and I have 6 children, ages 21, 19, 17, 7, 3, and 4 months. And so this year I am homeschooling our 2nd grader and my 12th grader, and this little one is doing pre-K. Actually for the 2nd year in a row, because I mean obviously pre-K is really just practice, and so she's not really doing anything set in stone at this point until 6 years old, really, when our state has us actually fill out paperwork for her. So we have 2 graduated. We graduated 2 of them already. We've been homeschooling for, I don't even know, I want to say, well, I know it's over 10 years. I don't know, I'll have to get back to you on that one. I'll have to figure that up. But and then let me know if you want to know more about why or how we decided to start homeschooling. Our oldest 3 kids were in public school for a time being. It's okay. And then we pulled them out. So the other 3 won't go to public school, have never been to public school, and we have no plans on putting them in public school. It's usually pretty loud in here, so our chaos is your chaos when you're on our vlog. But I wanted to go through our new schedule for 2020-2021. Now, I know that you guys, some of you may be homeschooling this year because of COVID-19. I won't get into COVID-19 at all in this vlog. But some people think that we are just a computer online, kind of homeschooling. That's not what we do. I put together curriculums through all kinds of different places. Again, if you want to know more about all that, I can definitely make a video about that. Today I just wanted to kind of let you guys know our schedule at this moment. Now, I do have, my 17-year-old is working. So, just like this morning, because today is Labor Day, I usually try to start our new year on Labor Day, just because I know it's always a Monday. And I like to teach them or remind them each year why we celebrate Labor Day. A lot of people don't know that. Adults don't even know. They just know, hey, it's a 3-day weekend. So our schedule at this point, and we may tweak it. Again, I have a 4-month-old that, will be changing different ways throughout the next few months and everything. But at this point, we get up and get moving about 8 o'clock. That was a good time for me to set because my little girls, my 7 and 3-year-old, usually get up before or around that time anyways. So at this point, I just have 8 o'clock being morning chores, which I'll tell you what those are in just a moment. getting ready for the day, that means just kind of getting your teeth brushed, getting your hair combed, getting clothes on. Of course, we have some flex days where we're not necessarily getting dressed, and that's okay too. But for the most part, I definitely think that we are more motivated and doing our best when we are dressed. And then getting breakfast started. So our morning chores, I have down at this point at least, is putting away dishes. Now, as of this morning, we didn't have to do that because we have my daughter put them away after she does them the night before, because we were using a dishwasher. At this point, we've stopped using the dishwasher. We did not have a dishwasher for years and years and years, and there is 8 of us in the house, but dishwasher to me is really such a pain in the butt or a waste of time, because then the next morning you get up to put all the dishes away and several are not clean, so they get thrown in the sink for somebody to reload, and of course they're not going to get done again. So I'm not going to get into my pet peeve on dishwashers, but at this point we've stopped using it again. We just got it. We've been using it for maybe 2 months, something like that. But we're back at not using it because I don't see the point. And it wasn't a brand new one, thankfully. We just got it pretty cheap. My husband was able to fit it in, move things around, make it work for us, to try and really help my older daughter, older meaning my 17-year-old. It's her chore to do the dishes. So to make her life a little bit easier, so we thought, of course the sun's going to come out in a different way now, to help her be able to get dishes done a little bit quicker, because there is so many of us. We do eat at home most of the time. I would say pretty much, 90, 95, 99 maybe percent of the time we're cooking at home. So we have a lot of dishes to do usually, and we're always open to anybody that wants to come over and eat with us. Nobody leaves our house hungry. So also in the morning, putting in a load of laundry is a must. Folding and putting away the one from the night. My phone died. Your phone died? I'm sorry. So folding and putting away from the night before. Then there's stuff like letting the dogs out, things like that, that pretty much get done as soon as we get out of bed, because they don't, just like we need to go to the bathroom when we wake up, they need to go to the bathroom too. So letting the dogs out, making sure they have food and water, along with our other animals. At this point, our other animals that we have are a parakeet, we have a bunny, we have a turtle. We actually do not have chickens right now. We've had chickens for years and years and years, and right now we have none. So we don't have to do anything with the chickens, although that would be in this, our ducks at this point in time. So, but that would be in this mix, making your bed, getting dressed, doing your hair, teeth, and then just kind of getting your Bible and a couple other books that you would know that we're going to be using up to the table, because that's where we usually start, is at the kitchen table. So that's at 8 o'clock. We do all this stuff, getting breakfast and everything. At 9 o'clock, we need to be sitting at the table with our breakfast normally. It's also Bible time. I usually read a devotional. We do memory verses. Sometimes we'll have a little craft. And then we have breakfast cleanup. So from 9 to 10, we're kind of doing that stuff. At 10 o'clock, we start read aloud. It's kind of iffy. Some days it's a read aloud where I'm just reading something. We can do art, music. We do our calendar time for my little one. And this time also, anything extra. If they're learning something about crocheting, or if they want to learn how to do something more with my sewing machine, or if they're learning to play a few more strings on the guitar or the trumpet or the clarinet or whatever it is at that point, drawing, any kind of arts and stuff, any crafts that we do, I try to fit them in there. And then I usually try to talk about if there's any kind of events going on, such as today being Labor Day. I go ahead and talk about Labor Day during that time. 11 o'clock is language arts. This could be anything from reading, grammar, spelling, pretty much anything that you could imagine might be in your language arts. Yes, ma'am.
You want to go on your phone?
You want to go on my phone? Say hello. They put their bathing suits on because they wanted to play outside with water. And then when they were all done playing water, they just left their bathing suits on. So it's okay because they'll be getting a shower tonight and you're good to go, huh? Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. So at 11:30, because we do language arts for about a half an hour.
You want to walk on your phone?
Okay, in a little bit, let me go ahead and get my vlog done, and then it'll be your turn, okay? So at 11:30 we do math. Obviously math is math. I mean, depending on where the girls are during the day, whether it be my oldest daughter doing algebra or pre-algebra or wherever she's at this year, we don't.
You want to hi.
Okay, last time, okay? And then it's Mommy's turn to talk. So the girls, these girls, the little girls, we do math games, we do math books, we do number time, we do counting bears, we do all kinds of goodies. And then at 12 o'clock is lunchtime and lunch cleanup. So sometimes we'll do a YouTube video of a story being read to us. Sometimes we do music. Sometimes we do a podcast where we listen to something. There is a couple of YouTube channels that are really good about reading the Bible to us. So those are always nice to have in the background. But so then we go from cleanup, lunch cleanup, and at 1 o'clock we start our, stop honey, we start our afternoon chores, and those would be, if we have any errands to run, we go ahead and do that, whether it be the post office or the library. Also during this time I switch the laundry over, we clean the bathrooms, we sweep the floors, sometimes we mop the floors, it just depends on how bad it is, because that usually can get done at night when everybody's going to bed and we don't have to worry about it being walked on. Sometimes during this time we can also do some more read aloud of our novel that we may be in. Right now we are doing the Little House on the Prairie series again, really, because I feel like every year we go through this one, and it's okay because I love it too. And then some extras if we're still kind of catching up on something, or or if we want a little bit extra art time or something, we might do that. So from 12 to 1 it's lunch and lunch cleanup. Then 1 o'clock we do the afternoon chores. Then at 2 o'clock we do social studies, which again has a lot included, meaning it can be
You remember
history. Not right now, baby. I'm trying to video.
No. You
I'm trying
remember
to make a video. Okay, yes, we're doing a handshake. So it can be learning the states, it can be learning the presidents, it can be learning so many different things in social studies. It just depends on where the girls are at the time. We spend about a half an hour on that, give or take. All of this is kind of a give or take thing. And then at 2:30 we do science, which is usually hands-on with the little girls, whether it be nature, hike, and we do some scavenger hunts, or we do things like that. They all have books to do, and I also do some read alouds for social studies and science also. But we do science, give or take, about a half an hour And then at 3 o'clock they get some free play because of course we've already had some wiggle issues. So we're going to go ahead and by this point we're going to have some free play, or if they need some extra time to work on something, then I don't know where I was. She just decided to leave me. Alright, so wiggle room, wiggle time, where they just need to get some wiggles out. Okay, so from 3 o'clock, yeah, so extra time to do extra school if they still need that. If they need extra help, then I am usually available during that time because that's about the time that my 4-month-old will go down for his, well, he sleeps whenever he wants, but usually he'll take some kind of an afternoon nap about that time or around that time as it is right now. That's where he's at right now. And then at 4 o'clock, so that's about an hour of free play. 4 o'clock, I start dinner prepping. I usually pull some stuff out in the morning. I usually plan for the month, and then each week I kind of plan more detailed down to that week. So I have evening chores at the same time as dinner prep so that my 2 little girls, 7 and 3, can do their little evening chores, which is picking out their pajamas. They're not going to put them on quite yet because depending on the day or what they've been doing that day, they may or may not end up with a bath or shower. They also at that point in time pick out their outfit for the next morning. They clean up any toys that they've played with throughout the day. Sometimes I'm folding and folding some laundry, and then what they can do is they'll usually take those clothes and put them in people's rooms, you know, whatever rooms they belong in. And then I usually have what I call Mom's List, and that is basically all the little things. The Mom's List is basically anything I've noticed throughout the day. I've kind of jotted down some stuff, or throughout the week had gotten like more of a project list going. And so during that time, I can go ahead and pull out some little things, even if it's just as little as, okay, giving the girls some homemade cleaning wipes so they can wipe down, light switches and doorknobs just to kind of go through the house and clean it, or they can dust a little bit, things like that. Then at 6 o'clock, I aim for dinner to be around 6 o'clock. At this point, my husband is not working. He's not back at work yet. They're hoping soon he will be, and I'm hoping soon he will be, and he's hoping soon he will be. And then we will adjust dinner time around either the time that he's coming home or the time that he's leaving, depending on the day, because sometimes he works nights, sometimes he works days. So it all depends. And then we have dinner cleanup, and I put from 6 to 7 for that. Again, very loose on that because you just never know. If it's a quick dinner and we get done quicker, then maybe we'd do something different. 7 o'clock, we start our bedtime routine and our baths, if we're going to do baths that night, or showers. And so bedtime routine for my 2 younger daughters is they help with dinner cleanup. They help put the dishes where they need to be. We usually end up sweeping the floor and mopping the floor. The mopping usually is done after the girls have gotten out of the kitchen. We all wipe down the kitchen, wipe all the counters down, the table, appliances, tidy up a little bit before they get a shower or bath. And then we go into my room with the 3 youngest, so my 7, 3, and 4-month-old, and we do devotionals. And then we actually have been watching a part of, because some of them are an hour, some of them are 2 parts, Little House on the Prairie. So we watch that, and then there's animal duties and whatnot that need to be done So it's usually my 17-year-old or my older kids that, she's got a whistle now, that will usually do my 17-year-old daughter will usually do the dishes, and then mop the floor, and then they will, between my oldest son and my 17-year-old, they'll usually be the ones to do the animal duties, which is bringing them in, making sure all the dogs are in and where they need to be for the night, and then making sure that, you know, things are locked up, and, you know, if we want windows open for the night, they're open. If we want them closed for the night, they're closed, whatever. So that is that. I definitely can get into more detail about some of that, or even show video of some of that if you're interested. If you would like to know more about our homeschooling, or why we started, or how we started, things like that, just ask, comment below, like this video so that I know that you've watched it, and also press subscribe, because I'm really trying to get into the habit of making videos. And honestly, at this point, I feel like I have so much to say, yet I don't take the time to do it. Now, we have a lot to share between homeschooling, home church. I guess we're a large family. We have so many different age categories that I feel like we have a lot of wisdom to share there. Our homestead, gardening, animals, things like that. So I'm sure I'm missing something, but let me know what you think. We are a married Christian family. My husband is an ordained pastor, but he is also works outside the home. I work inside the home. Well, I kind of work inside the home. We use essential oils, and so I do have classes on Young Living essential oils. So if you want to learn more about essential oils, let me know that too. Natural living, food from scratch. Yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I will definitely look into it. So be blessed. Have a great evening, and I hope your school year is kicking off mighty fine. So thank you, and be blessed.